Look, don't miss the point. There was a chap called John Bunyan. Terrible name, isn't it, Bunyan? I mean, who's he been called Bunyan? Anyway, he wrote Pilgrim's Progress. And it was the most read book, second only to the Bible in the world at one time in history anyway. Well, that's what we're told. That's the historicity. I don't know if that's the truth, but I assume it is. Yes, don't miss the point. In one of his hymns he wrote, "There's no discouragement will make him once relent his first avowed intent to be a pilgrim." There's no discouragement for you. I don't care where you are, what's happened to you, what situation, no matter how bleak the future looks, or no future looks at all. Do you hear me? God turns it to good. He has it for good. He is your dad, all powerful and all loving. If he has it for you, he has it for good. You're going to trust him. Partly because you've no better choice. You have no other choice. There's nothing else you can do. It's not that he's wanted to bring you to your knees in some grovelling submission. It's the contrast. As you see the kingdom of heaven dawning upon you, is be fantastic. We celebrate. The whole of heaven celebrates your entry into glory. All heaven declares the glory of the risen Lord. It's not just Jesus, you know. He's in us. You and me. Because God loves us. Because God is our dad. And there have been wonderful people who would rather die than live not believing this. I don't mean you have to be martyred. I do mean it's that dramatic though. Life is a drama. I realised something Mum said about, I think it may have been someone like Elizabeth Taylor, who was a very famous lead actress in Hollywood. And I think she would only take parts where she was the lead. And there were a few Hollywood stars like that. They wouldn't accept a part in a film if they weren't going to be the lead, because the lead gets the glory. And they wanted a career. And to secure their career, they wanted always to appear in the glory to their public. and they did it. You have a lead role. You're a child of God. In this world, that's unheard of. By the world. You are quite staggering to the worldling, especially when he needs a friend. You are God's lifeline. You are sent. Just as Jesus was sent, so are you and I And it's not to get crucified, for goodness sake. It's to tell them that God loves them and is their dad. And if they receive that, their life will be transformed into true life, eternal. Bless you. And we are blessed, aren't we? Joy, joy unspeakable, full of glory, just standing in your presence, O Lord. Thank you, Dad. Let me add something a few days later. This is, supposing you're dying. Okay, you've got no option but to recognize this, perhaps, as you see it. Okay. You're going to trust it to God that it's your entry into heaven. That you're going to, at the very least, a glorious astral world. Perhaps just to rest and be at peace for a while. Perhaps to have a lovely time. A true rest, a holiday, a holy day. A very long period of time, probably much longer than you've been on earth this lifetime. Or perhaps it's even more wonderful than this. Perhaps you're a non-returner, so to speak, in a Hindu understanding of things. You're not going to come back to this troublesome world. You're going much higher, much closer to the glory of God. This may be your last lesson of the universe. I mean the real universe, not this tiny place of time, space and matter. This may be your great relief, your eternal blessing. Don't be fearful or concerned. God has given you these last years that you've had in the universe of time, space and matter. And now you're going to experience something much better. What a relief. You're going to welcome God, your God, with open arms to rescue you from this world here. Bless you. And you are blessed. Thank you, Dad. So you're going to look to him. You're going to lift up your eyes to heaven. Just like reading John 17. In fact, if you have the opportunity, it might be an idea for you to review that. Father, the hour has come. Glorify thy Son. You're his son. Daughter, child. You've existed because of him. And you are eternal because of him. And because of him, you're not just eternal living, but life abundant. Because of his power and loving kindness towards you, you're a child of God. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Listen to this recording again